Imagine an NPC that doesn't just walk past you, but reacts to your history and changes its behavior forever based on one random encounter. GTA 6 has replaced static animations with a locomotive system that evolves every time you play. Discover how this procedural tech ensures you'll never see the same moment twice in Leonida. First, we will look at the death of the scripted NPC. To understand where we are going in 2026, we have to look at the illusion we've been accepting for decades. In past open-world titles, NPCs are little more than beautifully painted wind-up toys. They operate on rigid, repetitive, canned dialogue and hard-coded behavioral loops. If you walked past a civilian in Los Santos, they had a tiny bucket of pre-recorded phrases. Bumping into them triggered a universal, scripted panic animation. They didn't see you, they just reacted to a generic collision box. This is a finite state machine, a predictable puzzle where players quickly decode the matrix. Contrast that with what we are seeing out of Leonida. This footage reveals unscripted, highly contextual behavior. NPCs aren't just occupying space. They are actively processing it. They look at what the player is wearing, react to the sudden shifts in local weather, and acknowledge nearby social chaos. This marks the official end of the standard open-world loop. When you can no longer predict an NPC's pattern, the world stops feeling like a museum. This introduces the concept of organic unpredictability. By building systemic rules instead of scripts, the game transforms into an infinite engine for unique, unrepeatable stories. The secret weapon behind this physical realism is Rockstar's heavily guarded locomotion patent. Historically, games rely on animation blending, swapping between a pre-recorded walking cycle, a running cycle, and a falling cycle. That's why characters often look like they are ice skating over rough terrain. In 2026, we are transitioning to real-time procedural physics. NPCs now possess dynamic locomotive intelligence. If a character steps over a curb, walks up a steep grassy hill, or gets pushed by a crowd, their skeleton calculates weight, muscle tension, and balance in real time. They physically adapt to the terrain and player proximity. Fascinatingly, this patent allows NPCs to adjust their posture, speed, and subtle intent based on the specific neighborhood's vibe. A corporate executive in a financial district walks with a rigid, hurried stride. That same engine profile changes to a relaxed, slouched gait when simulating a local citizen hanging out in a rural swamp town. This physical movement bridges directly into internal logic. The way an NPC carries themselves dictates how they decide to handle a confrontation. Their posture tells you everything you need to know about whether they are about to fight you, flee in terror, or completely ignore your presence. But physical presence is only half the battle. The true paradigm shift lies in what happens inside the NPC's mind. GTA 6 introduces a reactive neural memory system where background characters remember player actions across entirely different gameplay sessions and locations. In previous games, if you lose your wanted level, the world resets. Not here. A minor street scuffle can easily evolve into a recurring, localized feud. If you terrorize a shopkeeper or beat up a local gang member, that specific AI character can recognize your vehicle, your face, or even your general clothing style when you return days later. This triggers a massive ripple effect throughout the ecosystem. Witness NPCs don't just keep memories to themselves. They share data with other AI units in their social network. If you commit crimes in a specific neighborhood, your reputation precedes you. Locals will actively warn each other, lock their doors, or preemptively call the authorities the moment you step foot on their turf. To make these memories matter, the AI needs complete freedom of movement. Traditional NPCs operate on invisible rails, predetermined paths baked directly into the map geometry. If a car chase leaves the road, the AI pathfinding completely shatters. GTA 6 utilizes dynamic pathfinding. AI can now navigate highly complex, unpredictable environments without relying on pre-existing paths. This allows for terrifyingly fluid high-speed chases that can seamlessly spill from highways, through interior building spaces, and right into open pedestrian plazas without the AI ever getting stuck on geometry. This intelligence persists even when you aren't looking. The world stays alive when the player is entirely absent. NPCs follow comprehensive 24-hour schedules, managing jobs, relationships, and leisure time independently. When thousands of these independent AI routines are running simultaneously, they inevitably collide. This systemic intersection births massive, unscripted emergent events. You don't trigger these moments like a traditional side quest. You simply happen to stumble upon a living world reacting to its own internal chaos. Simulating this level of intelligence is a brutal hardware nightmare. But the current generation of hardware boundaries are being pushed to their absolute limits to handle thousands of these brain-enabled entities simultaneously. By offloading macro pathfinding to advanced server structures, the game achieves impossible density. This is exactly why this release makes every other open-world game feel like a static museum by comparison. In other games, you look at the world. In GTA 6, the world actively looks back at you. It changes how we view player agency entirely. The random encounter is no longer a scripted minigame tucked away in the code. It has been woven directly into the social fabric of the simulation. Rockstar isn't just releasing a new game. They are setting the baseline for the future of interactive entertainment. The era of the scripted puppet is dead. Long live the living world. But what do you think? Are you ready for a world that actually remembers your face? Or are you going to miss the predictable chaos of old-school open worlds? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you want more deep dives into the tech, mechanics, and secrets defining the next generation of gaming, hit that subscribe button. I'm your host, the Los Santos native. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you out in Leonida.